Alright, now I know that I said in first period that I would do like a bunch of these, but I forgot what they were. And then when 7th period came around, they asked me a whole bunch of other ones, and then someone had decided to email them to me. So I have what looks like a little over half a dozen problems here, and I'll knock these out as quick as I can. We have number 9. So what do we got? 9 says, rewrite the logarithm properties, blah blah blah. Alright, it says ln of a squared times radical bc. So they want you to expand it as much as possible. So you break apart because we have a product in here. That's going to go to ln of a plus ln of a squared, rather ln of radical bc. Right, using the log of a product as the sum of the logs. And then finally you would take the exponents out. So this comes out as a 2 ln a plus, and this radical is really like a 1, is like bc to the 1/2 power on the inside. So that's going to come out as a 1/2 ln of bc. And then finally we have one more product left unresolved in there, so that'll be 2 ln a plus 1/2 of the quantity ln b plus ln c. And that's about as expanded as that one's going to get. That was part A. Part B says ln of b over a cubed c. A cubed c. So we know that the log of a difference. Let me see if I can zoom in a little tighter here. The log of the log of a quotient is the difference of the logs. So I'll break it apart as in ln b minus ln of a cubed c. And then just like the other one did, this is going to break apart because it's multiplication, so that'll be ln b minus the quantity ln a cubed plus ln c. And then finally this 3 will pull out in front, and to finish that off, that'll be ln b minus the quantity 3 ln a plus ln c. So just your basic expand problem. Shouldn't be too tough. So that's number 9. 13, let's see, what does 13 say? 13 wants the opposite done. 13 wants you to condense. So what do we got? 4 log 2 minus log 3 plus log 16. I thought you guys were the pros at this. Alright, to condense this into one log, you just have to reverse all the steps that we did here. So I'll bring this 4 in, and that'll turn into log 2 to the 4th is 16 minus log 3 plus log 16. And then if I can condense these two into log, now since it's a subtraction, that's going to be 16/3 plus log 16, and then finally I can condense these. So the final answer for that one is log of 16 times 16, that's 2 to the 8th, that's what's that, 256 divided by 3. And that's it. That's as good as that's going to get. Alright, 16 times 16, 256. Alright, so that's number 13. Number 15. What do we have here? Okay, oh, it's still it's another condensing one. So 2 ln x plus 1 plus 1/3 ln of just x by itself minus ln cosine x. Ooh. Alright, once again, pull in the powers. Ln of x plus 1 quantity squared plus ln of the cube root of x, right? X to the 1/3 minus ln cosine x. Now look at what's going to happen here. Whenever we do one of these log problems, and you know if it's going to be, when you're doing a condensing one, once you get it to here, anything that has a plus sign is going to go on top. So there's a phantom plus sign here. Got the plus sign here. So these two numbers are going to end up in the numerator, and anything that has a minus sign is going to be thrown down in the denominator. That's how these things go. So keeping that in mind, we have a plus, and a minus. So this is all going to combine into one expression. That'll be x plus 1 quantity squared times the cube root of x, because those had plus signs, minus, and the cosine x is on the bottom. And that's the end of that. Alright, combine it all into one thing. So that's number 15. And what's next on the list? 18. What is 18? ln of x squared. ln of x squared equals 4. Dun dun dun. Alright, two ways of going about this. I will do both ways. What's this, 18? Alright, the one is to get rid of the natural log by exponentiating with e both sides. So I do e to this side equals e to the 4th. And what you wind up with there is x squared equals e to the 4th. Right, because they're inverses, so they undo each other. And then finally, undo the square, take the square root of both sides. So that would be x equals plus minus the square root of e to the 4th, which would be plus minus e squared. And that's it. Plus minus e squared is what you get. Now that's one way of doing it. That's from exponentiating. What is it? Yeah, that's from exponentiating first. The other way to do it, you might actually miss an answer, is, remember, if we start here, expand this, take that 2 out. So that'll be 2 ln x equals 4. Then divide by 2, ln x equals 2, and then exponentiate, right? So I have, right in red, e to this side equals e squared. So you only get x equals e squared, the positive one, if you do it that way. So you lose a solution, but so I would go this route. Seems to be the way to go. Alright, that's 18. 19. What is 19? ln of 1 over x. 1 over x equals -2. Once again, got a couple ways of doing this. This is really like saying ln of x to the -1. You want to keep that in mind. Equals -2. So one way of doing it is to, well, since we had some luck with doing this one by exponentiating first, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'll just exponentiate e to the ln of x to the -1 equals e to the -2. So on this side, I'll get x to the -1 equals e to the -2. And this is really like 1 over x equals 1 over e squared with my, we got properties of exponents going there. And then that's it. You flip both sides, you get x equals e squared. And that's it. You can plug that in and make sure it's right. Right? If you plug in e squared, you get the ln of 1 over e squared. Can you see that? Equal, the ln of 1 over e squared is -2. Does that actually work? Yes, because this is really the ln of e to the -2. And we said in class, this asks the question, there's a fake e here, e raised to what power gives e to the -2? The answer is in the question. The answer is -2. So put a check mark by 19. And what else we got? 23. 20. Oh, okay. 23. So we start up here. 23 log. It's all base 10 of x to the 3/2 minus log of radical x equals 5. Alright, we said in class, we did one of these examples. You have to condense before trying before trying to invert the logarithm. So you condense these into 1, and that will be log of x to the 3/2 divided by x to the radical x is 1/2. Now if you do the subtraction, that's really like log of, right, 3/2 minus 1/2 is 2/2, or just 1, so that's just log x equals 5. And from here we know how to take it. Alright, this goes to what? You just exponentiate both sides with 10, so you'll have 10 to the log of x, which is x, equals 10 to the 5th. So that's it, 10 to the 5th for that one. 23. What else do we have? 25. 25. Alright, what's this one? ln of 1 over x plus ln of 2x cubed equals ln 3. Okay, equals ln 3. Well, it's fortunate since we have the ln's on all three pieces. One way that you could do it would be to take this over on the other side and then condense everything. So let's write it that way. We'll have ln of 1 over x plus ln of 2x cubed minus ln 3 equals 0. So then condense this. And what's that going to be? That's going to be, this will condense the product ln of 2x cubed times 1 over x will be 2x squared minus ln 3 equals 0. Running out of room here. Then condense this, so that'll be ln of 2x squared over 3 equals 0. Now, you can just exponentiate with e, both sides. Alright, e to the ln of this stuff is 2x squared. Yeah, 2x squared over 3 equals e to the 0, which is 1. Do a little quick algebra there, multiply it, so x squared equals 3/2, and you'll get x equals plus minus the square root of 3/2. But when you go to check that back in the original, you see that negatives are not allowed, so the negative square root is extraneous. So the only answer is the square root of 3/2, the positive square root. And finally, number 31. Oh, okay. 31. Got enough room here. E to the minus x. No. That's x, e to the minus x. This one's easy. Plus 2e to the minus x equals 0. All you have to do with this one is factor it. Take out an e to the minus x. And so that'll leave us with e to the minus x times the quantity x plus 2 equals 0. So, as per usual, either e to the minus x equals 0 or x plus 2 equals 0. You know this can't be 0 because it's exponential. You don't get any solutions from that. So x equals -2 for that one. And that's all she wrote.